I am Ma'am Aryan, your science teacher. To continue on Science 8, Week 2, our most essential learning competency or MELC 16 is explain the properties of solids, liquids, and gases based on the particle nature of matter. Here we have the learner's packet or LeaP for Week 2. For this week's bucket of why are there differences between the phases of matter? Do they have similarities? From the previous lesson, you have learned the different phases of matter, their properties, and that it can be classified as solid, liquid, and gas. As you look around, you can see all sorts of examples of matter. Matter is made up of particles that are in constant random motion and are held together by attractive forces. In this lesson, you will learn more about how these particles of matter behave. Every substance in the universe is made up of matter that can exist in a number of different forms called states. Almost all matter on Earth exists in 3 different states: solid, liquid, and gas. These states of matter have different properties or ways that they behave and appear. Scientists used a model to explain these different properties, which is called particle model. According to the particle model, all substances are made up of tiny particles. Just like this piece of chalk, it has millions of tiny particles. The particles are attracted towards other surrounding particles. There is attraction between those particles. As you can see, the amount of attraction is different for different substances. For gases, it has weak attraction. For liquids, it has strong attraction. And for solids, it has very strong attraction. The particles are always moving. As you can see here, for the solid, the particles are vibrating. In liquids, the particles are sliding. And for gases, there is rapid motion. The hotter the substance is, the faster the particles move. So we can see here, in a hot substance, the particles move faster than the particles in the cold substance. So, we can assume that particles of hot air moves faster than cold air. Now, let's further examine the particles of each state of matter or phase of matter. And we will start with solid. In solids, the particles are very close together and arranged in an orderly manner because the particles are held together by very strong attractive forces. This explains why solids have definite shape and volume. In liquids, the particles are arranged in a disorderly manner. The bonds between them are weaker than those in solids. This explains why liquids has no definite shape. The weak attraction between the particles of liquid allows the particles to roll over each other or slides each other. This makes the particles of liquids to move freely. Liquids have fixed volume, but rolling motion of the particles allows them to take up the shape of its container. Liquids cannot be compressed into smaller spaces. And last, in gases, the particles have much energy than those in solids or liquids. The attraction between the particles in a gas is so weak that they can move freely in all directions. They spread out and take up any space that is available. They are so far apart. So gases have no definite shape or volume because of the large spaces between the particles. Gases can be compressed. Now, let's learn more about the particle nature of matter by reading the passage of solids, liquids, and gases in your copy of LeaP or in the website provided. Then, let's answer a short activity with the multiple choice. Now, let's think about these different states of matter or phrases. What is the difference in their distance, energy, motion, volume, and shape? Look at the diagram as it shows how the molecules in this phase of matter behaves. Now, after you've examined this diagram, you must complete the table by filling up the blanks with the correct word from the word bank. You can answer this or you can accomplish this activity in your answer sheet. Now, for your assimilation, using a three-circle Venn diagram, compare and contrast the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. But how will you accomplish this? You can look at this example. So as you can see here, the space wherein two circles meet, you must put there their similarities, and for the space that is not interconnected, it must be the difference. Now, let's go back to our bucket of why. Why are there differences between the phases of matter? Do they have similarities? But first, let's talk about the difference between state of matter and phase of matter. So, state of matter, it is distinct forms of matter in different phases. And phase of matter is uniform in chemical and physical properties. So, in state of matter, a matter or a substance can have different phases, as you can see on the examples. Now, why does matter undergoes different phases? Because matter undergoes phase transitions to change from one phase to another. Just like this water, the ice, it melts. The ice is solid. When it melts, it becomes liquid, and then if it becomes water vapor, it's gas. So we will talk about this on our next lesson, which is called phase change. This is the change in phases. Now, let's go back to the particle model. What are the differences between solid, liquid, and gas? As you can see in the particle model, the solids are compact. The particles are vibrating with each other, and they are very close to each other. They have strong attraction with each other. The liquid is sliding with each other, rolling over. So, it has strong attraction with each other. And for the gas, it has the weakest attraction with each other, and it moves rapidly. Now, you can start answering or accomplishing your assessment, multiple choice. And don't forget to answer reflection. So that's it. I am Ma'am Arya, yung science teacher, and Remember, stay curious.